Boxing, boxing. That's how it all started. Boxing. For this session anyway, it all started with the boxing. And we've turned it into pure fitness. I mean, it's still obviously got boxing at the core, but we're here just to work every part of our body as boxing does, but we do like to mix it up because we know that you can never really have good boxing unless you've got great fitness and great stamina. Shout out going to Mr. Gary Phelps. Today is the anniversary of the passing of Kevin Phelps. Okay, very popular figure in the community. And you know what? The passing of Kevin taught us one thing. Well, it taught us a lot of things, but the passing of Kevin taught us that if you're able to give blood and you're from the Black or Asian community, then what you need to do is go and give blood and put yourself on the register also for bone marrow donation. It's not as gruesome as it sounds. If you're eligible to be able to donate, then I believe that you should do. It's really, really important. Okay, because at the time we were looking for a match for Kevin, and we realised that we had hardly any Black or Asian people on the register at all. Okay, so you know, it was a lesson for us all. I'll tell you that. It was a lesson. So, I know that regularly Gary goes to give blood, and I recommend that you guys, it's still something you can do even through lockdown. If you're relatively healthy and you're not on, indefinite medication type thing, then you're able to go and give blood. So where you can, please do. If you can't, then don't. But if you can, do. Okay, we're ready to go in 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Grab yourself some water. Grab yourself that water, Mo. Do you have your children on with you today? I hope you do. Shout out to Mama Phelps. Hi, Nat. Better wave or something. Or something. Say hi. 30 seconds. Me and Bruce. Me and Bruce. Nice one, Nyan. Thank you very much. My lovely sister Doreen, along with my amazing nephew Kyle. Yeah, hey Nat. Michelle Fisher. Great to see you on as well. Okay, right. Without further ado, let's get on in this. Today we're going to be doing, as well as a lot of exercise, we've got these punches that we need to just remember. Let's not lose the reason why we're here or the reason how this started. So remember, with these punches, let's get the technique right. Okay, so a little lesson before we really go into the session. Okay, the jab from this toe to heel stance. You can see this line on the mat. I've got my toe on the line, I've got my heel on the line. Okay, I actually go a little bit wider like this, to be honest, but primarily I've still got that toe to heel stance. And that's what I want you to adopt. We're angling up at the as we will, the toe to heel, and we keep our hands up, our elbows in. Okay, we're not up like this, we're definitely not down like that. If we have boxing gloves on now, they will be covering up to around our cheekbones. Okay, we have our front hand around 4 to 6 inches away from our face, and our rear hand usually sits right there on the side of the face, just protecting this particular pressure point. You've got two that sit right here. right? So we have one hand protecting, one hand about there. This is the traditional boxing stance. If you're right-handed, then your left hand is at the front. If you're left-handed, Sean McKenna, then your right hand is at the front. It's the difference between orthodox and southpaw, okay? Of course, Rocky Balboa was a southpaw. Like he's a real character. Rocky's not even real, yeah? Okay, so with this jab, we give this extension of the punch. We're not going to turn into the punch like this, because nobody jabs like that. Alright, that is really just overdoing it a little bit. What we're going to do is turn this, and yes, there is a natural turn as we open that shoulder. It will go like this, but we're not going to turn and pivot on this front foot. Alright, what we're going to do, we use the arm, we jab out. Jab out. Look, and it goes straight back to its beginning position. Alright, you've got that. People that have been in the group for a long time, please bear with me. Alright, not everyone has had the basic boxing. Okay, so we've got jab, okay, and then when we throw this cross, okay, we throw the jab, and as it comes back, it meets and the cross passes it. Now look at the way I've gone from this toe to heel stance, right, and then I've turned the hips facing forwards. Really putting that kinetic body shape, everything comes up and it ends up on the end of my fist. But we whip it. And in karate, sometimes we practice whipping it round. We do it from the hips, ha, ha, ha. All right, no different when you're throwing this cross, okay? From here, ha, we turn it round like this. And the hips now are facing forwards as opposed to facing off that way. Okay, so we've got jab, cross. Jab, cross. We would use both of them punches probably at a distance, okay? Because we don't want to get ourselves punched. Now, if we get a bit closer, we've got the next two punches that I'm going to show you. What we're going to do is throw this hook. Now the hook, really you no need to extend your arm more than 45 degrees when we're practicing. In real life, you know that the hook can be a lot longer depending on where your opponent is. Sometimes people like to jump into the hook, push, round that way, but it's actually a close quarters move. So when your opponent's quite close, we hook. And watch the way I pivot on this front foot, there. Look, there. So we just pivot on that front foot. Okay, so we've got our jab, cross, hook. Okay, now I'm not swinging that hook around. All I'm doing really is putting that elbow up for once and turning the body in. It's quite a rigid punch. It can be all sorts of different things, but actually when we're practicing now, we're going to do quite rigid. Now, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Okay? From here, we can throw this number 4, which is our uppercut. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4. And with the uppercut, because the punch is coming up this way, forwards, I've again turned my hips forwards. Watch. There. I can't throw an uppercut from this turn position. There. Okay, there is no muscles that are going to turn that into a good punch. I'm crossing it across my body and everything. It's not good. So what I want to do is really open the body up and bring that uppercut. Of course, we're not stretching out because the uppercut is the second close quarter boxing move. Okay, so we've got jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Watch, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just run over that a couple of times in your front room, wherever you're doing this session. Okay? Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. And again, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. And because we're running it slow, we can really turn this body into it quite nicely. Watch, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. It's a beautiful, beautiful dance that you can play. Boxing is a beautiful art form. Alright?